Hello everyone, today we are looking at adding a variable product on Arzomart. A variable product is that product which has different variations like size, color and all that, and each size with different price or each color with another price. That's what we refer to as a variable product, and we are going to see how we can add that product using our mobile phone. So when you log into your dashboard of a seller, you go on to add a product, and on the next page we have what we call the product types. So we have the simple product, the variable product and the group product, but we are adding a variable product. And a variable product, as I've told you, is a product with different variations like size, color, could be any other thing which varies, but we can vary with prices like that. So for this case we are going to have an example of shoes. So in our example, we are going to be adding shoes, or a type of shoe that is going to be having different colors and different sizes and actually different prices. We already know that in the short description we add what we call key features about the product. For example, in this case we are adding a shoe, and then we can just add like the material, it is leather. We can add the colors, the shoe, you can get the shoe in like black, gray and blue, something like that. So I will go with black, gray and blue, and other simple information that you can add. So for the same case can apply to the phone. If you're adding a phone, you can add the colors, you can add the storage size and the RAM size. So if your brand of the phone varies the prices according to the storage, then you can add those different storages you have, like 64 GB, 32 GB, 128, something like that, etc. And so here we have a detailed description about our product. That's where we add that detailed description about the product that we are selling. Despite the short description, here we put a more detailed description, and we normally can also add images about the product. If it is maybe software, you can add different screenshots, you can add a lot of things here. And then after adding the main or detailed description, we are going to go down where we add our product image. So the product image, that big product image you see, the thumbnail is the main image which shows up on the store, like the first image that everybody sees on the store. So you must make sure that that image is very attractive, and I've selected one. Then after importing it, you need to come and say select that image, and when you select it, you see that it's added over there. And then down here you can see the plus sign, so we can add more other images that a buyer can see through different parts of your products and all that, other sizes, colors and all that. So you can select all of them, the products you have organized for, the images you have organized for that specific product, you upload it, and then you make sure that your images are always in square format. So when you are taking pictures of those images, make sure you take a 1:1 aspect ratio, such that all those images are in square. That's the recommended image aspect ratio on Arzomart. So after uploading all the kinds of images that you've taken about the product, the detailed parts of the image and all that, of the product and all that, then we are going to add them into our gallery. So our gallery, it is the one which involves those other images concerning the product that we are selling. So we add them to the gallery such that when somebody sees the first image, would love to see more of that image, like the detailed part of it, the different colors of the product and all that. So we shall say add to gallery, and they are added. But the first one you added is the one that is displayed on the front, so it's like your CVI, the center of visual interest of the product you have added. So the products, you're going to find the products over here, so you can check through the products according to the categories according to the product you've added, and then you select the right categories that match your product. More product categories are going to be added, and you can still suggest as a seller from your dashboard. You can send a suggestion of the product categories that you may love to add according to the products you're selling. So we shall add them such that they are there and you can easily find them. You don't need to type in all those product categories. So here we have selected celebrity wear, footwear and all that, and then we go to tags. I told you in the previous video that tags, they are SEO keywords, like the words that can help your product to show up when they search for it. For example, on Google, on the site, when people search in. So those are the kind of keywords that can bring your product in the search results. So you make sure you separate the tags with the commas. So after putting the tags, then we need to set what we call the attributes. So when we are adding a variable product, the attributes are what we refer to as those things that distinguish the product. For example, the color, the size, can be the weight, can be the storage, can be the anything that your product varies within. So when we are adding product attributes, for example, we are adding the color of the shoes. So we say that our shoe product is having these variations or attributes. It has the attribute of color, and then we can go ahead and add the values. That's how we separate the values. We don't use any other separator except that. What you see here is how we separate these values. If you don't separate them like that, you're not going to get what you want. They're not going to come out the way they are supposed to. So after adding color, so we are going to go ahead and add another attribute. Another attribute we are going to add the size, because we are adding a shoe product, and we are differentiating it with the color of the shoe and the size of the shoe. So those are the two attributes that we are using. And then, as I've told you, that is how you separate the values of the attribute. So you have 40, 42, let's say 44, but you can add as, like, if you have like 41, 43, you can add. That is very fine, depending on the sizes of shoes you have or of that product you have. And for this instance, we are on shoes. So after adding the attributes, we are going to then merge those attributes with the prices. For example, a black 40 size shoe is of this amount. So what we do, we go on the variations, and under the variations, we are going to select create variations from all attributes. So it will automatically create for you the different variations. Those people who did mathematics, the part of permutation, that is how many times a number can be represented. So, but here we are going to create variations, is how many times can a product variate. If we have two attributes, one of color and one of size, and of 3 color types and 3 sizes. So that's where you have a 40 size blue, 44 black, 42 black, 40 black, and you can go ahead and edit. You click on that blue drop down arrow, and then you can see that the image here, where you see the image, it's black, and you can put the price of that shoe. If it's black and it is 40 size, this is what we are editing now. If it's black and it is 40 in size, so it is 25,000. That's what we call the regular price. You can go ahead and put what we call the seller price. The seller price is always below the regular price because that's like a discount price. So you want to show the customers that you have given them a discount on that product, on that size and color of the shoe. So we go ahead and we go into black 44 size. You go ahead and put the regular price. If you want, you can add a seller price or you leave it. And then the image, we are still in black. And then when we go ahead, we can go ahead into again black, the 44. You add the price. You are free to add the seller price, but the image is still black. We can still leave it as it is. It will take by default the main image. And then here we have gray, which is 40 gray. We are now on gray, and we can say on gray we are giving a discount of some amount, and then we can change the image from black to gray, such that when somebody clicks on the gray, it will not keep the black shoe, it will bring in the gray shoe. So that's why we can change the image to that color that we have selected. So we can go ahead and edit more of the gray, like the 42 gray. We go ahead and put the price. We go ahead and also change our image. So we're changing the image of the gray such that we can have more variations in the pictures on the site. When somebody clicks on the gray 42, gets another image, this and like that. But you can still use one image, but the size varies. It's okay. So we're still editing the gray. We put the price, we put the sale price. If you need to give your customers a discount, and you change the image too, and that is fine. So when you go ahead and we're coming to blue now, so we're going to change our image from black to make sure we match the color that we're talking about. We put the blue, we put our regular price there. We go ahead and work on more of the blue. Change the images to blue. Go ahead and put the prices and all that. Make sure everything you're doing is as perfect as you want it to be. So now on this 44, we're not going to put the price for 44. There's something I want to show you at the final part of the video. We're just putting the image and we're not putting the price for 44 blue. So after doing all that, sometimes you may need to tell your customers how long will it take to be delivered if they make purchase of your product. So you can go to delivery estimate. You go to delivery estimate, and from the delivery estimate you can add the number of days and all that, like 2 or 3. And then after you submit your product for moderation, the products have to be inspected before they are published. Yeah, because you don't need to add like contact information and all that, so they need to go through all that and then see whether you have put the right information and correct product sizes as recommended. So when we preview, this is how our product is. So this is how it displays on the site. That's how it displays on the site. We have related products down, and then you have the color size options On there you have the other products. That's what we added into the gallery, so you can view other products like that. Very easy and very simple navigation is there. So now we can come and look at the color and size. This is what we've been setting. This is exactly what we've been working on. We can say that we have color black, gray, blue, and the size 40, 42, and 44. When you select black and you select 40, that is what you get, and that's the price you put. You can navigate through and see. So blue 44, I told you I did not put the price because I want to show you, like, if you don't put the price, this is what it will show. Like, you can have blue but you don't have size 44. You get it? You can